Bitcoin is more than a digital currency. It's a revolution in how we think about money. Yet its creator remains a mystery. Was it a lone genius, a team of cryptographers, or a clever marketing ploy? In the next few minutes, we'll explore the clues, the suspects, and the motivations behind Bitcoin's creator, known only by the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto. Stay tuned to uncover the truth behind one of the greatest enigmas in modern finance. Welcome to Freenance School. Today's topic, who really invented Bitcoin? Let's go to our video. The birth of a revolution. In October 2008, an email landed in a cryptography mailing list, a manifesto titled Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. Its author identified himself as Satoshi Nakamoto. The white paper laid out an ingenious system allowing two parties to transact without intermediaries, secured by cryptographic proof and an immutable ledger known as the blockchain. By January 2009, the first Bitcoin software had been released, and the network's first block, the Genesis block, was mined, embedding a hidden message about a newspaper headline lamenting bank bailouts. From the very beginning, Bitcoin spoke to disillusionment with traditional finance and promised a decentralized, transparent alternative. But who was Satoshi Nakamoto? Was this a person? A group? Why the veil of anonymity? And does it matter if we never know? The enigma of Satoshi Nakamoto. Satoshi Nakamoto vanished in mid-2010, leaving behind only email correspondence and forum posts. In those messages, Satoshi discussed technical aspects, debugged code, and occasionally shared personal preferences, favorite programming languages, working hours that suggested a GMT5 time zone, even that he enjoyed sushi and was likely male. Yet Satoshi refused to reveal more. By April 2011, he announced he had moved on to other things, handing over responsibility to developers like Gavin Andresen and disappearing completely. Satoshi's silence fueled speculation and investigation. Thousands of enthusiasts, journalists, and academics pored over Nakamoto's writing style, code comments, and online behavior, looking for patterns. Could linguistic clues in the white paper betray a regional dialect? Could coding style reveal a particular software background? Could mining patterns expose a physical location? Despite intense scrutiny, the identity of Satoshi remained elusive. The major suspects. Over the years, several individuals emerged as potential Nakatomos. Dorian Nakamoto. In March 2014, Newsweek claimed to have unmasked Satoshi as Dorian Prentice Satoshi Nakamoto, a Japanese-American physicist living in California. The article pointed to similarities in name, engineering background, and a newspaper clipping in the Bitcoin code referencing bailouts. Dorian vehemently denied the claim, stating in a brief interview that he had never heard of Bitcoin until the story broke. The erroneous identification illustrated how easily speculation could spiral, but failed to provide hard evidence linking him to Bitcoin's creation. Craig Wright, Australian computer scientist Craig Wright, publicly asserted in 2016 that he was Satoshi Nakamoto. Wright provided some technical proofs, signed messages, and cryptographic keys supposedly linked to the Genesis block. However, these proofs were quickly disputed by the Bitcoin community and cryptography experts, who pointed out inconsistencies and possible forgeries. Wright sued critics for defamation, but as of today, his claim remains unsubstantiated in court and widely rejected by most in the cryptocurrency space. Nick Szabo, a cryptographer and legal scholar, Nick Szabo created BitGold, a precursor to Bitcoin conceptualizing a decentralized digital currency. Szabo's writing and Bitcoin's white paper show strikingly similar language and structure. His deep involvement in digital currency research makes him a plausible candidate. Szabo has consistently denied being Nakamoto, but his brilliant mind and early prototypes remain key evidence for those who believe he laid the groundwork for Bitcoin and perhaps assumed the Satoshi identity. Hal Finney. A pioneer in Bitcoin's early development, Hal Finney was the first person, after Satoshi, to run the Bitcoin software and the recipient of the first Bitcoin transaction. Finney lived near Dorian Nakamoto and had the cryptographic expertise to develop Bitcoin. Archived communications indicate Finney and Nakamoto collaborated closely. Some researchers suggest Finney wrote parts of the Bitcoin code. Unfortunately, Finney passed away in 2014 and took any definitive answers with him. His denial of being Satoshi, documented in a late-life email, leaves his precise role open to interpretation. A collective effort. Some scholars argue Satoshi Nakamoto was never one person, but a group of cryptographers and developers. Early Bitcoin code merges multiple coding styles. The white paper's prose shifts tone throughout. Collaborators on early Bitcoin mailing lists included Wei Dai, developer of B-Money, and Adam Back, inventor of Hashcash. Others suggest input from organizations interested in digital resilience. A collaborative Satoshi would explain anonymity, distributed knowledge, and the seamless handoff of development responsibilities. Evidence and linguistic analysis. Researchers performed stylometry, analysis of writing style, on Nakamoto's emails and posts. Findings reveal consistent British English spellings, favor over favor, use of certain idioms, and punctuation patterns common among authors from the UK or Commonwealth countries. However, Satoshi switched between American and British spelling, muddying conclusions. Programming comments predominantly use US English conventions. Some theory proposes an American living in the UK or vice versa, or someone intentionally mixing styles to mislead. Mining analysis tracks early blocks timestamps and global IP distributions. Majority of the blocks were mined during working hours corresponding to a GMT5 time zone, aligning with Eastern US. Conversely, some mining activity peaked late at night UTC, consistent with West Coast hours. While not definitive, these patterns reinforce the theory that Satoshi operated from North America. Motives for anonymity. Why hide? Bitcoin directly challenged centralized banking infrastructures and government-issued currencies. Revealing one's identity could invite legal or political repercussions. Anonymity protected the creator from potential lawsuits, harassment, and unwanted influence. It also elevated Bitcoin's decentralization narrative. Without a known founder, no single person could control or manipulate the network. In that sense, Satoshi's anonymity was not just personal choice, but a foundational design element, ensuring the protocol remained community-driven. Implications of the creator's identity. Would uncovering Satoshi matter? If we learned Bitcoin was invented by a government agency or corporate entity, trust could erode, causing market turmoil. Conversely, if a single individual emerged with millions of BTC, questions about coin distribution, ethics, and potential dumping would arise. Satoshi is estimated to own 1 million BTC, worth billions today. Control over those coins would grant immense power. Maintaining Satoshi's mystery protects Bitcoin's reputation and deters power centralization. The Satoshi legacy? Regardless of identity, Satoshi's legacy is clear: a radical reimagining of money, trustless transactions, and blockchain technology that underpins entire industries today. Developers worldwide have built on Bitcoin's architecture: smart contracts, decentralized finance, DeFi, non-fungible tokens, NFTs. Satoshi's white paper remains a canonical document studied by economists, technologists, and policymakers. The project's open-source nature and community ethos continue to drive innovation even after Satoshi's departure. What if we never know? Embracing the mystery can be liberating. Bitcoin belongs to all of us, a currency without borders or kings, governed by code and consensus. Maybe Satoshi's greatest invention was the idea that anyone can trust math over institutions. By focusing on the technology's potential, rather than its creator's identity, we honor Satoshi's vision. Communities, from developers to miners, from investors to everyday users, shape Bitcoin's future. Each block mined, each transaction confirmed, each node joined, contributes to an evolving experiment in monetary sovereignty. Your role in Bitcoin's story. You are part of this narrative. Whether you hold Bitcoin, build applications, or spread awareness, you add a chapter to Satoshi's unwritten book. As Bitcoin adoption grows, so does the need for education, security, and innovation. What part will you play? Will you contribute code, write analysis, advocate for regulation, or simply use Bitcoin for everyday transactions? Satoshi set the stage. Now it's our turn to perform. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video. Goodbye.